It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get into it. Is Cardi B pregnant? Now, I first heard about this about a month ago when my niece, who is in the game, told me that she believed that Cardi B was pregnant. And she told me this because she happened to see Cardi, out in LA, and she said, I think Cardi's pregnant. Now, of course, me thinking along professional lines, I was like, she's getting ready to drop another album, and she said working on her first album and being pregnant and trying to promote it and all these other things was the worst thing she's ever done, was the worst experience. And she would never have another baby when she was in album mode. Well, if she is pregnant again, that means we're going to be looking at the same scenario from the first time around. And me personally, Cardi has been, like everyone, has been locked up, with the pandemic. We haven't been able to see artists perform. They haven't been able to promote like they want to. Me personally, from a selfish standpoint and a artist, a fan of her music, I hope that's not true. But if it is, another thing is, I just don't think that her relationship, in my opinion means nothing, is solid enough to be having another kid at this point. I believe Offset would love it because he can pop another kid in Cardi B, and then now she's pretty much stuck with him. If you're going to have two kids by the dude, you're pretty much stuck with him. And after your second child, it's a little tough, in the industry. But we will see if that is the case. Like I said, my niece brought this up to me about a month ago. I didn't put it out there because, number one, the time that I've spoken to Cardi, not that I've asked her, but she never mentioned anything like that. But again, I never asked her either. So we'll see. Hopefully she isn't, but if she is, good luck to her and Offset. Now, on to Nicki Minaj. Let's please stop with this narrative that she dissed Jay-Z on the song Fractions. And here's why. Number one, you have to start using common sense. Fractions is a song that was rapped on an old Jay-Z beat, Where I'm From. The beat was slowed down, but it's the beat from Jay-Z, Where I'm From. Nicki Minaj would have had to get clearance. First of all, anything that Jay-Z is on that people use, he wants clearance and he wants to know what this record sounds like. So when Nicki went to get clearance for this record, she would have had to let Jay-Z hear these bars. Jay-Z is a very smart man. If there are bars on there that he subliminally thinks is thrown at Megan, he's not going to stop Nicki's song from coming out because he sees the dollar signs in that. She's going to take a shot at his artist. He's going to inform his artist that she's taking shots at them. And then he's going to make sure that his artist takes subliminal shots back at Nicki on the next one. And that is going to be used for ratings. Because that's going to make both artists, get airplay. And he's only really concerned about his artist. He feels as though, from everything I've heard about Jay-Z over the past couple of years, Of course, he knows Nicki Minaj is very talented, but he believes that Nicki Minaj's time is over. You know, he has said it to numerous people, I'll say multiple people, that I've heard about for years. He believes that, rap is a young person's sport now, and everyone has a time limit. I guess he thinks that about everybody but himself. But it doesn't really apply to the men the way it does to the females. The females in the rap game have a certain time limit. Going back in history, all you have to do is look at every single one of them. Lil' Kim was on top of the game for years, and her time ran out. Foxy Brown, her time ran out. Missy Elliott was on top for a while. Her time ran out. Nicki Minaj is going to be no different from anyone else and any other female rapper that comes after her. It's going to be no different. The time, as they get older, the time eventually runs out. Yes, Nicki is arguably the greatest ever. She's the GOAT, the female GOAT. But she can't stay the GOAT forever. Michael Jordan eventually retired. He eventually got old, right? LeBron James is getting old. He's not going to be able to do the things he used to. He's not going to be the best player in the world forever. So time runs out, especially on these black artists, and we have nobody to blame but ourselves. So stop saying she dissed Jay-Z. If Nicki let Jay hear that song and he heard them lyrics and felt as though it was a diss, there's no way Jay-Z would clear that record. You know it and I know it. I think people want Nicki to diss Jay-Z so they won't feel as though Jay is bullying Nicki. They want to say, oh, Nicki, don't take no mess. Come on. If you know lyrics and you listen to the lyrics, she said, a millie. Jigga what? Jigga who? She said, what's the girl's name that was on the record? A million, right? Or whatever the heck her name, a meal? What was that girl's name that used to be down with Jay-Z? That girl, a mill, Jigga what? Jigga who? So, that was a play on because she used to say, Jigga what? Jigga who? She was on that record. That's the reason why she said it. It was a play on words. Jigga what? Jigga who in the back. If Jay-Z thought that Nicki Minaj was dissing him, he would never clear that record. Now, the other thing that would have had to happen is Nicki would have had to send that to him, he'd clear it, and then she add that once he cleared it. She would be setting herself up for a lawsuit. So that's out of the picture as well. I at first thought about that, but then I said, nah, you can't do that. If he clears a record, he's clearing what he's heard, based on what he heard. So he didn't give the record back, like some people suggesting, and then Nicki outsmarted him and added it at the end. Nicki Minaj is not going to play those type of games with Jay-Z. I don't think y'all get it. I don't understand why y'all don't get it. Jay-Z is nothing to play with in this industry. He and Beyonce controls what goes in and what goes out. And he would never clear a record by Nicki Minaj if he felt as though she was dissing him. Point, period, blank, end of story. Stop with this crazy narrative. You could tell just by her saying, oh, it was done on a J beat. If she is not cool with Jay-Z, she's not going to be calling him Jay. She's going to be like, oh, it was done on another artist's beat, or it was done on Jay-Z's beat. You know what I mean? She's not going to be like, oh, it was done on a Jay beat. She doesn't want any smoke with Jay-Z. I know everyone wants to think that, Nicki's this big bad son of a gun. And yeah, she is. When it comes to being on the mic, when it comes to the females, rappers, bars, songs combined, status, everything, ability. Nicki's a bad son of a gun. But when it comes to the business and moves and control and power, ain't nobody better than Jay right now. As far as artists, urban artists / moguls. All right, so stop with that narrative. She did not diss Jay-Z in Fractions. Fractions was a tough record. She had tough bars in it. Yes, she threw shots at Meg Thee Stallion, but Jay-Z warned Meg Thee Stallion that was coming. All right, so stop with the narrative. This is your boy, Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends.